the United States is not only complicit, but causing the suffering of the Yemeni people. Because the mass media won't cover it. I had to learn about this through a debate topic.
This is the greatest example of the military-industrial complex at work, because these companies like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, they'll continue making their weapons no matter what. Saudi Arabia is their biggest customer.
And when we sell the Saudis 70% of their total bomb supply, ultimately the buck must stop with us. If I had President Trump sitting in front of me, I think the only thing that I could say to him is Mohammed Abdel Ilah, who was a boy aged under 11 years old who died on a school bus with 39 of his classmates when an American Lockheed Martin bomb was dropped by the Saudi-led coalition. And that day, 51 civilians died, including 40 young boys. And that is a prime example of how American recklessness as to what's happening in Yemen with the weapons that we're selling is hurting people. Our support in this war goes to Saudi Arabia, who was able to get away with brutally murdering a US permanent resident who was speaking out against US and Saudi involvement in this war.
I would not be in favor of stopping a country from spending $110 billion, which is an all-time record.
130 children starved to death. 85,000 have starved in under 5 years. That is staggering.
As long as we let them continue to make money in exchange for blood, in exchange for carnage, then we are going to continue to be responsible for this.
This war was never declared by Congress. The Congress has said no, and then the president vetoed it. And he is not the reflection of America that I'd like to see. The reflection of America that I'd like to see, it's a human being who cares about human lives, who's sitting in the Congress and voted yes to the Yemen resolution that Bernie Sanders introduced.
The current situation in Yemen is the worst humanitarian disaster on earth. According to the United Nations, Yemen is at risk of the most severe famine in more than 100 years. The people of Yemen need humanitarian aid, not more bombs.
If adults are really going to value money more, it's time for the students to step in.